Wow, okay. I feel like that might have been the smoothest I've ever done it, and yeah, I can't see it to know. But good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of Goth Yearbook After Hours. It is I, your host, as always, Eric, aka the Eric Wynn, and with me, as always, is that hostess with that mostest, Caitlin, aka the Caitlin D.
Wow.
Wow, maybe I don't have it smooth.
Yes.
Caitlin,
Woo!
how's it?
Super smooth, man.
How's it birthdaying?
It is almost my birthday. I think my birthday will have passed by the time this episode airs on the podcast networks of the globe.
Yeah, the podcast network of the globes.
Yeah. It's good. I actually feel fucking great because today I only had like a couple clients this morning, and then my friend who's also a massage therapist was like, hey, I'm working out of a new studio. Why am I saying my friend? It's Chloe. Good friend of the show, Chloe. From our
episode
embarrassing
of Chloe.
high school.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good. Probably the hardest I've laughed on the show when you talked about your
Oh my God, I
mascot.
cried. That was like the last time before I got the Dinah tattoo that I like openly wept. When I was talking about being a high school mascot. But oh yeah, that was our first day of high school stories.
Yeah.
Anyway, she gave me like a 2-hour massage today, and while I was waiting, I had like an hour to kill in Pasadena, and I like rented a sauna, so I like went to the sauna and then got a 2-hour massage, and I'm like, I feel great, man. Everything's cool. And then I went to the witchy bookstore that I used to go to in high school because I grew up in Pasadena. So
for some reason I thought you were gonna like follow it up with like, and I bought a cauldron or something like that.
I did buy a pendulum.
Oh shit! All right, well you're on your way to being Edgar Allan Poe, the miner.
Sure.
And you
Eric
put some
is rocking.
stars. What?
Oh, we're both just gonna drag each other now.
Happy 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, Eric was about to call me out because I have stars on my face, but it's my fucking birthday in 2 days, so I'm allowed to do that. And
what were you gonna call me out on?
You're very deep V. You got a deep V situation.
It's
you
true.
are rocking the 70s guy who shows up on a hot day at the casino, just
It's
ready to lose it all.
It's a V on a polo, but here's the thing: when this isn't for the listener, but whatever. When I button up all the way, it like immediately the thing starts like choke on me, even halfway up. So I keep it loose. I keep a down V, and you know what? It feels good. It feels like a liberty.
I think it's great. My first license picture, I was wearing a collared shirt like that with like just buttons at the top, you know, but it was like the dorkiest shirt because it had a white collar and like it was red with stripes. And I didn't know that the same day you passed your test, or I don't know, something happened. I didn't know I was going to take my picture that day. And I was also sick. These were the days when we would go out in the world and just go to the DMV and sit there sick. And I had like braces. It was just like the ugliest possible license picture. So my second license that I ever had, I like straightened my hair and was wearing fake eyelashes. And everyone that I gave the picture to was like, "This even you?"
It's funny actually when me and Caitlin kicked it a week ago at this point, or 2 weeks ago. And actually, my license is like one of the most fucked up pictures I've ever taken in my entire life. And I wanted to show you actually, and I totally spaced on showing you, but it was from just like a year or two ago. I have 2 vehicles technically registered in my name, and I got mixed up on when I had to register one of them. And so when I went into the DMV that year, or whenever it was, like 2 years ago, I had to actually take like the fucking test again, which I was not prepared for. Thank God I fucking passed. And right after I took it, they made me immediately take a picture. And this was like, I rolled in there like 6 a.m, did not do my hair, like, because just looking totally fucked up. In the picture, I honestly look like I'm melting. Like, it looks like Jabba the Hutt, just like, and like.
Yeah, I have learned, like, if I'm even stepping foot in the DMV, even if it's just like a registration renewal, I'm getting ready.
Yeah, you're going to like the salon the day before, you're going all out.
Yeah, I'm going to be beautiful. Well, great DMV.
Great DMV. We got that. We knocked that one out. Real quickly before we get rolling into the show, Cruel Summer. Did you get caught up yet?
Ooh, no, because it hasn't aired yet.
That's. I have no idea when this fucking show, my new favorite show, and I have no idea when I can even access a new episode.
No, I was so upset. I logged into Hulu last night. I was like, I got ready. I got in my jammies. I got in bed. I like set the mood lighting. And I was like, had a snack. And I was like, all right, Cruel Summer. Then it just was like, it airs tomorrow night, idiot. And I was like, oh no. And so I went to bed so angry.
What are the names of the two girls? I keep forgetting.
Jeanette, God, I hate you. This is supposed to be like a bonding thing. It's like when you wanted to review the. It was like when you didn't want to read the Goosebumps books, but you wanted to do episodes on them. You're like, let's go through the Goosebumps books. You read them, and I'll just riff on the first sentence of each chapter.
To be fair,
this is what you're doing with Cruel Summer.
I'm watching, sorta.
You're also texting me while you watch, which is just driving me crazy because I know you're missing clues and it's a mystery.
That's true. Immediately you caught me when I was like, oh man, this dead girl, she's gonna be so mad, and you're like, clearly like stays within the first like 10 or 20 minutes that she's not dead. And I'm like, man, like she died.
No, she's definitely alive. Jeanette and Kate are their names.
Yes. Which one's the one that went missing? Jeanette, right?
I'm not doing this with you. This is just I want to punch you in the face. It was Kate that went missing. Jeanette maybe saw her trapped in the bad guy's basement.
Yes.
That's not a spoiler. That's information from the first episode. And if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it because we are totally sponsored by Cruel Summer.
Freeform. Shouts out to our new sponsor, Freeform. Put in code Goth Yearbook, Cruel Summer.
Yeah, sure. You know what though? I decided I want to have a kind summer.
Oh, nice. I like that. Well, what kinder way to begin our summer than having one of our good friends join us for an evening of fun and games and questions? What do you think about that segue?
It was okay. It was like a 6 out of 10.
Wow. More like Cruel Spring still, huh?
Oh, you're right. I gotta get my kind summer attitude.
Yeah, what the fuck? Immediately you're like, that was all right. Fucking idiot.
Like, I'm gonna try to be kinder. No, 6 out of 10.
That is kinder.
What is the line between honesty and kindness, though? Maybe that's something we can explore in this episode. And we have a guest to explore it with tonight. See, that was a segue, Eric.
Why don't we roll into our next? We never invite her on. It's like an hour later. We're both going back and forth. Like something's julesing about in the waiting room. All right, let's get
the crown jewel of our episode this evening.
What's funny is that she hasn't come in yet, but I know she's hearing all this. And I picture it being like the screen, just like her leaving the Zoom.
She's like,
yeah. All right, let's do it. We got ourselves a real special guest. It's been a long time coming. We got the one and only Julez of Julez and the Rollers joining us this evening. Julez, if you are out there. Oh, holy hell. Now that's a segue.
I was waiting. I wasn't sure what the final segue was going to be.
Neither
like
did we.
A ray of sunshine burst forth into our chat.
I'm here.
How's it going?
Ready. Great.
Well, this has been a great evening.
Thank you, ladies, and good night.
Yeah. While I distracted myself because while Eric was doing the final intro, I was taking my pants off. So it was hot.
Smooth. Nice.
I couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
I did it. I was pretty slick about it, but then I was thinking about how I was slick about it, and it was like kind of making me want to laugh. And then I was like not focused on anything else, so I just felt like I needed to tell you guys.
I feel so connected right now.
I'm still wearing pants. I had pants on over my pants.
I actually just put pants on while you were saying
wow.
that. Yeah.
Guys.
Julez, what'd you do? How'd you make the most of your evening?
Wow. I just put on a shirt. So I'm like the opposite.
You're like just totally
And a bra.
bare,
Yeah.
naked from the waist down. You're just wearing a
I'm
shirt.
just like literally naked right now, which you can't even tell.
I just made this bird. Pretty simple.
Wow.
Great for the listener once again. I always forget that we're on the both video and audio. Julez, welcome again to this show. You were just on my other program a couple months ago, Goth Yearbook Radio, where we had an absolute blast going through some of your favorite songs that you grew up on. I forgot if we actually ended up getting into it, but I do want to like immediately ask you about the rollers, about your whole roller skating thing. Have you always been a roller skater?
No. Sorry.
Yeah.
Scream that into the mic.
No.
Actually, it started when it all began when there was one time where Kaylin, who I'm sure you guys know, maybe not.
Oh, I think it's Caitlin. I was like looking at her.
Caitlin invited me to go to Moonlight Rollerway, and this was back in like August of 2019. Oh, and we were just kind of roller skating and like really getting into it. And Noah Cyrus and fucking Lil Nas X was there.
Oh wow!
Roller skating among us.
I could hear that coming from like the living room.
Like Lil Nas X. They were skating away, and then
they were there when you guys were there.
They were there.
That's
and I watched them take a selfie, and then I went back and looked at her Instagram, and it was sure enough, it was there.
Oh,
I was like, wow, this is an LA experience. A true one.
Yeah, that roller rink really is iconic for LA. It's Eric, have you been there before, Moonlight Rollerway?
A long time ago, but yes, I have.
Oh yeah, I love that place.
I feel like they use it a lot, like
they use it in like
videos.
every teen show or movie because it totally looks like the old school roller rinks. So I totally thought you'd been roller skating for longer.
Yeah, same here. I just assumed you were like some
fun tricky stuff on those skates.
Well, I mean, I skated when I was a kid, and then I skated a few more times, like maybe like twice, 3 times, I don't know, like closer to adulthood, teenagehood. And then when I moved here, that's when it really all started. I just kind of really had a lot of time on my hands. So I just practiced a lot.
Cool.
But I don't even think I'm that good. Like I could kind of skate backwards and I could kind of do some like twirls, but that's really it. So I'm honored. I'm like good.
Really good at going in circles, but if I try to go backwards, like it's just I get all afraid, and I'm too afraid to like skate outside of the roller rink. But I want to try it. We've been talking about like having a girl gang going and skating, and I keep pussing out because I literally am like I'm gonna need all kinds of protective gear because I like am just not. If I break my wrist at this point in my life, that's like 3 months of my income just down the drain. So
honestly, that makes sense to me. I think when you're an adult, like your bones take like a while to heal.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that being an easy recovery.
No, and I just like the fear of falling is worse than actually falling usually for me too. So I don't know.
I get that.
But it is a fun LA activity. I totally want to hit the boardwalk with you guys soon. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, let's hit the boardwalk.
Yeah, is that a thing kids say? I don't know.
We'll hit the boardwalk, man.
I'm turning 21 on Friday, everybody.
Literally.
I assumed you had done like roller derby and all that, to be honest, Julez. I thought you were like the like real deal Evander Holyfield.
No, I'm a poser.
Get off our show. We thought
yeah. It's the imposter syndrome coming out. Literally, I'm such a poser. No, I didn't really skate until 2019. But then like I feel like everyone started doing all like the cool stuff like when quarantine started.
Yeah.
I just had a lot of time on my hands. That's really it. It's like all it is.
Well, good for you. I've had a pair of roller skates sitting by my door that I've used like twice in the past 2 years. So, but they're by the door just in case.
Just in case you need a getaway. Yeah. Strap them on, baby.
In my apocalypse fantasy, it's like I just like strap the rollerblades on, put Prince in the backpack, and I just shoot.
And you're like shooting down the hallway. I wonder if that would make it like harder or easier to get away. Because sometimes I feel like I'm like kind of limited to my skates. And if I fell or anything else, like it would just be a bad situation.
Well, that depends on the terrain. I actually
Yeah.
recently, that reminded me of a dream I had recently where I was like in a pool and I was wearing roller skates and I was like sinking to the bottom because they were so heavy and I was trying to swim with them off and I had to like get the roller skates off.
That sounds actually like
Nightmare.
horrifying.
Yeah.
That's a real nightmare there. You got one.
If anyone has an interpretation, please send it to gothyearbookafterhours@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'm curious myself.
So
Along with the bathtub dream. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I also had a dream that Julez, Rachel and I started a podcast that we were broadcasting from a bathtub and it was sick.
What was it called?
I don't know, but we're gonna find a name and we're gonna make it happen.
Come
That would
to
be really
us.
sick. It was like a radio show. And we
love
were just like
it.
playing records and like in the bath together.
That is like way cooler than what I do on like a real day-to-day basis. So I'm really honored that was your dream.
It sounds cool, but it also sounds low-key like the most dangerous situation you can have with like like in the most chill way. You're just like
You're
in a
just, like,
bathtub
yeah.
podcasting.
Bless.
In the spirit of talking about things that we had to do just now, Zoom just sent me like this crazy.
You don't have to create a segue for everything.
Well, no, Zoom like gave me this crazy announcement that was like, oh, it's going to shut down like the whole meeting in about 5 minutes if you don't pay your bill, which I didn't know I was owed a bill. And this whole time I like pull out my credit card and just pay it online. And they have a fucking countdown thing going.
I see it up there too.
Yeah, which I just paid it. Please go.
Wow,
in.
what bullies.
I know.
Oh,
so,
I see it too.
yeah, I just paid it, so hopefully we're fine. Hopefully it just
They're
goes
like,
away.
get off the screen.
I do apologize to our YouTubers if we go out for a second, we'll be right back in. I promise. But anywho,
After
that
these
being
what a rude way to get payment.
like out
You
of
have
nowhere,
5 minutes.
very like I don't know, Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Oh my, it's so true. Should we do it? We should just count down.
Yeah.
The fun.
Well, hopefully we're all good. But I was gonna say I am very impressed because I went fucking roller skating like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago. At this point, it hurt like fucking hell. It was like the most uncomfortable thing I'd done in so long. And you did a full on, not just one, but you've done 2 music videos now, huh? Where you're roller skating around.
Have I done 2?
Did the Everything's also do roller skating, or is it just? I feel like
Only
the
one.
Only one. Oh, okay. I apologize. Only one of the music videos had roller skating in it.
But there should. I think there should be 2.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
they
the
should
next
always
one
be.
I think there should always be skates on somewhere.
Yeah. I was very impressed seeing you guys wheel around and having like while playing the song and singing along no less and like playing your parts and all that. It sounds like very aggressively, ridiculously hard.
It was honestly, that part was the easiest. The hardest part was like trying to get the shot because like the cops got called on us from some nosy neighbor and I think it worked.
We're good.
I got the
We're in the
message.
clear. I apologize for that awkwardness, but we are all good. I
love it.
The Zoom is
I
no
love
longer
it.
holding us hostage. Now Julez is just free to leave if she wants to.
Nah, I'm here.
wait.
I'm here, baby.
Wait, the cops got called on you
Yeah,
for
so
roller
wait, go back.
skating?
Okay. Well, we were filming in like, I guess like a very filmable spot in Beverly Hills, like with all the palm trees and stuff,
Right.
with a lot of rich people around.
Yeah.
And so it's actually a funny story, but Rachel tells it better. I was kind of just like I don't really do well with cops that much. But she was, I mean, okay. We were trying to film it. We were kind of waiting there, like loitering around someone's house for a while. So I'm assuming that person's house while we were waiting to like get set up and like we were on roller skates. And then all of a sudden, like we just see like a bunch of cops like going back and forth on the street. And then eventually this woman cop came out and she was just like, and I was literally like sitting on the grass, like scared, very scared. And she came over to us and she's like, what's going on here? And then like either Rachel or my drummer Steve were just like, oh, we're doing a music video. I was like, yeah, we're doing a music video. And she's like, okay, so like what's the band? And we're like, Julez and the Rollers with a Z. And she's like, is it fire? She's like, is it fire?
Oh my god, Cops trying to be cool is like the most
it was really
thing.
cringy. And I was like, I guess. And she's like, if it's not fire, like it's gonna be a problem. And I was like, I really like don't know what to tell you. Like, are we in I was just like, are we in trouble? And she was just like, I'm gonna be honest, like someone called the cops, so I don't think you're doing anything wrong, but like don't like, but they're probably gonna call again, so you might want to leave. And I was just like, okay. And then she's like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pretend to write you a ticket, but I'm really going to write down the band name. And I was like, we really have to do this. Like, I'd rather you write me a ticket. Like, this is like actually kind of uncomfortable. but she was like, all right. So like Julez and the Rollers. And I was like, yeah, with a Z, like Julez, and then like Rollers, like with a Z. And she's like, okay, with a Z. And like, can I find you on Spotify? And like, they were like, yes, you could find her on Spotify. She's being modest. And I was like, no, I'm just like kind of uncomfortable. Like, and she's like, all right, well, have a good day. And I was like, oh, all right. And then we just tried to get the shots in, and it was actually like it was really a fun day, but also kind of a shit show day. And I can't imagine that going any other way if we weren't like, because we're white. Like it was, we got away with like, it was just a weird situation. But like it was very uncomfortable. But I think everyone else thought it is hilarious. But like at the moment, I was like, why me?
That's like my friend, or also someone we had on the show, Matthew Donovan, who runs thefutureleft.org. He was like one of the protesters dealing with the Echo Park madness when they were doing the homeless sweeps and all that bullshit. And he got arrested and detained and taken downtown. And apparently the cop that arrested him was like, while he was like in the squad car, the cop was like, yeah, I like went to RISD and I do erotic sculpture art.
Oh, Lord.
Like, as if, and like trying to connect with Matthew. And he's like, you arrested me. Like,
yeah.
He's like, wait, like back up.
He's like, no, but I'm like art, like I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an artist.
Is he like,
dude,
I'm a real
starts
artist.
Like
that's why I'm a
Matt's
cop.
like face into the fucking like window. Like it's all good though. Like I get it.
I get it.
I made sculpture of naked ladies, so I'm like, I'm with it. Yeah.
I feel like Rachel is a good like person to send. Like that is who you send out to like talk to the cops first, even if it's like bad news that she comes back with. Like I feel like she'd bring like such a good like energy about like, all right, they said that they're going to like open fire on us. It's all chill. It's like, oh
yeah, right. And I'd be like, oh, nah, no, it's not. I've like literally only had bad experiences with cops up until that time. So like, it's actually good that other people were there, because otherwise I probably would have like shot myself in the foot in the situation, like hypothetically. Yeah.
Just grab
like,
the cops.
I would have just been like,
wow, like all for like the music video.
all for the music, man.
Yeah, for the fire.
Like, I would rather take your firearm and shoot myself than give you the name of my band while pretending that you're giving me a ticket.
Yeah, literally.
Oh shit. I think that this might be a good time to get it, because we do have a bunch of voicemails and questions and things like that were sent in. So Julez, are you ready to get into this?
I'm ready.
Hell yeah, let's do this.
For the questions.
Hi, I'm Anna. I was wondering, what is your motivation and what inspires you to be a musician, and what do you think that should be for other young women who want to get more involved in the music scene, and just what in general is something that inspires you to be who you are? Thank you. Bye.
I like that. Any thank you, bye. You have 20 seconds to answer.
Oh my god,
darling.
That's too much of like an actual like real question.
And I don't mean to sound patronizing when I say darling. It was just actually very sweet.
Right.
No, yeah. It was really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I started playing music like as I think around, because I know who submitted this, around her age, which is like around 13. And it really just started as like a way, like an outlet in every way. I think recently it kind of became more of like a, okay, like gotta set goals, gotta like do this and then like I'm gonna worry all the time. And I think that sets me back a lot. And I think if you could catch it early as a young artist, like just literally don't ever be afraid to write the music that you want to write going into it, because that is your blank slate. That is your opportunity to just release the music without caring too much about what you're putting out there. And honestly, like, I don't know. This is such a, like an important question. Like I want to be able to answer it like really.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Well, I go on, Kaylee.
Oh, Eric, do you want to talk about being a young female musician? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
I was just gonna say I didn't know that anyone who was under 18 listened to our show, so I already apologize for everything. But who
was it on the show that was someone taking off their pants?
Yeah,
right.
I regret everything, but I also play music, and I didn't get into it until I was like 25, and I think the reason what always held me back was like I was intimidated, and it was always very hard for me to like admit the things that I wanted to do that were the most important to me.
Yeah.
I think because it's like you're like I was kind of a perfectionist, so it's like if I couldn't like know that I was going to be good at something, I just like wouldn't do it, and I would just like hide that aspect of myself forever.
Yeah.
So the only advice I would give, or thing I would say about that, is like everything that is within you that wants to come out is going to come out at some point in your life. So just let it and embrace it as much as you can. And it's not always going to be easy, and sometimes it's going to like break your heart, and sometimes it's going to be the most incredible, amazing experience ever in the world, and you're going to meet your best friends and your I was going to say lovers, but I can't say that. I'm getting all I'm sweating because I'm not I don't talk to people who aren't adults. But
I mean the adults that you talk to though, like
fair enough. Yeah. And it's like the most fun thing to do. Like I, didn't have this like crazy music career where I toured the world or got crazy record deals or like anything like that. But I met all my friends through music, and I had the most amazing experiences. And I'm still not that great at guitar, and it doesn't matter. Like it's so much about just like having fun and connecting to a part of yourself that like wants to come out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, let's we got more on the way here. Let's get this one rolling.
Oh, my other thing that I wanted to add to that real quick, because I also think it's important, is like if you start to get bored with it, and I don't mean when it starts to make you like angry or frustrated or like whatever, but like if you're actually bored with it, like just put it aside for a minute. And if you're not feeling inspired, like maybe that inspiration will come from something else. Because I think we have a tendency, and I had an issue with this, with like, oh, I have to like finish everything I start. And like, you don't have to, like, just keep following your passions, and like, you're just here to live, you're not here to like get everything right.
I feel like you're giving me advice right now.
No, that's like really on point right there. I do think that there's value in setting things aside and not putting that, because that you find yourself almost, there's burnout when you try to finish something, but you're like just hitting like dirt where there's no real inspiration happening there.
Yeah.
Especially the older you get, like the more you get inspired by like everything, the books you read, people you meet, conversations you have, like blah, blah, blah. Like it all like starts really coming in, and like you want to express it in like so many different avenues. And there really is a lot of like putting something down and like going somewhere else for something, like goes a long, long way. And because I know what that's like to like get that burnout when you're younger and you're trying to get into these things, and you think like you get a little, I don't know, like nervous about like, oh, I should be putting like all my time and energy in this, and like what does it say about me if I'm not finishing this song? It's like it's just like the wrong mindset to have.
It is. But I literally had more fun before. I mean, that's not true. I have fun now. But like before I even like started releasing anything like years ago, it was always just more of like fun and an outlet for me. Never like really thinking I was going to be like famous from like anything I put out. I think once you put things out, it feels so like, okay, like got to keep the momentum going. Like that's how it's just felt for me for some reason. So I think it's like use this time to just really like connect yourself to music and just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
And if you feel like what you're writing or whatever or coming up with is bad, like join the club. Everyone writes a million bad things and then you write one good thing and you have to throw the rest away. It's just like, it's about just like getting the stuff out. Just fill notebooks up, take notes on what inspires you, keep notes in your notes app, make voice memos if you get a little thing in your head.
So many voice memos.
Yeah, just have fun with it.
Exactly.
That's like people all the way at the very fucking top. That's what they do too, man. I read all the time. I name drop them all the time, but my favorite band, My Morning Jacket, Jim James, he always talks about in interviews how he's like, yeah, like when I think of ideas, I'll like sing them into my voice memo and then workshop them later. I'm like, dude, if Jim James does that, then fuck yeah.
That's so funny you mentioned My Morning Jacket because I literally was just listening to The Waterfall like all day today, and I was like, this is a really, really great album. Like I remember when it came out, obviously, which was 2015, I think.
That's correct.
And it was great then. I haven't really listened to it like full on. And it's not like I'm like the biggest like My Morning Jacket fan, but I have seen Jim James a few times live. And I was just listening to it today, and I just told my boyfriend like when I got back, because I was listening to it in the car, I was like, this album like actually is really moving to me.
Yeah, the spring. I was just listening to it actually last night, and the spring.
Really?
Yeah, no
That's
lie.
so funny.
And the Spring Among the Living song is so poignant right now because it's all about like coming out. Not to go on this like huge segue, but real quick, it's like all about how like you know, it's the metaphor of like springtime happens and you feel yourself going back into society again and feeling alive again. And it's like this really triumphant, huge song.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so crazy listening to it now as we're like leaving spring after COVID and people are finally starting to kind of like, you know, dip their toes back into society and all that stuff. And I was listening to last night and it was very cathartic. Like because I just got my second vax and I was like, yeah, fucking right.
Well, now I'm going to listen to it tomorrow.
So it's like,
you got time.
And 3 is baby. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's.
So thank you, Anna.
Bottom line, thank you for the question.
Bottom line, listen to My Morning Jacket.
Listen to My Morning Jacket.
Check out Cruel Summer.
My guy.
All right, we got another one here for you.
Hi, I'm calling to ask a question. Wondering, Julez, what your inspiration is for your music. What kind of music? Where do you draw your inspiration from? Thanks. Bye.
Oh,
oh my God.
Hang up.
Pretty sure that's my mom.
Aww.
I was like, can you call and say something?
Oh.
We love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. She's definitely sleeping. Where do I draw my inspiration from? I lately have been just listening because I keep going back to like growing up, but this reminds me of like when I was doing that other like the radio show like before with you.
Goth Yearbook Radio.
Yeah, Goth Yearbook Radio. Like I just listened to so many like older artists, and I still do obviously, and like I have a radio show like that's mainly older artists too.
So
but
good.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. I was like, yeah, but I just kind of reacted. Thank you. I just kind of have just been listening to a lot of newer artists for inspiration because I'm kind of like, you know, I'm so tired of just being like, oh yeah, like this older person like made good music back. Like I find like I'm more excited now by newer artists, I think, honestly, than now. And I listen to like just random things like people I don't even know, like on Discover Weekly or something on Spotify sometimes. And I just hear something with like a really great riff and I'm like, okay, so like I can write music this way. Like sometimes I feel very like limited by song structure, like very like simple stuff. I'm just kind of like, this is actually really cool. Like, and people are really doing some cool shit these days. I know that's not really the question. I'm kind of like beating around it, but like still, I don't know.
I think that counts.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm definitely one of those people that I listen to. I really admire. I mean, both of you guys listen to so much more music than I have like a tolerance for. Because like if I listen to like more than a few songs in a day, it'll all just start to sound the same to me, and like my brain just like tunes it out and whatever. I don't it's hard for me to like keep my attention on it. And then when I do fall in love with a song, it just like ruins me emotionally for days, and I'm like can't get it out of my head. So it's like I have to like be kind of like specific about it, what I listen to. But when I do find something that like does sound new to me, yeah, I mean, it can totally be like, oh, I never thought to like, it just makes me want to write. Maybe that's also part of why I don't listen to a lot of music, because it just makes me anxious about like, I need to create something.
Literally. I know the exact feeling. Yes.
But also like, I think just we did sort of cover a lot of this question in our answer for Anna as well, but I don't know if there was anything else that you wanted. I love that it came from your mom though, because I feel like it's like a specific angle on the question that it would be different if it was someone else, because it's like someone that she created and like wanting to know like how you do what you do, like where ideas come from for you. It's like very sweet.
It is sweet. I have a sweet mom. She's also very talented. She sings too, and she plays guitar. She kind of like taught me a lot, honestly.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, she's great.
Mom and the Rollers could be her new
Mom and the Rollers.
You inspire us.
And the Rollers. You inspire us, mommy.
All right, we got another one coming right to you.
Hi, Jules. I'm a big fan. I was wondering.
My sister.
What your favorite song so far is that you've made? Bye.
That was a fucking trip. It was like she also was in the room with us.
I know. Why? What the fuck?
That was such a sister move too, to be like, I'm a huge fan.
I know. Like, as right off the bat, you were just like, no, like, I don't have any huge fans.
That was great.
I mean, I guess.
What did she ask again?
She asked, where was it? I have a little bit of like a sort of transcript that they gave you.
What?
I was wondering what they want to know what your favorite song is that you've written.
That I've written.
Like your favorite song of your own.
I'm always like so over the songs that I release like a month after.
Well, yeah, because after that point, you've like had to hear them a million times, and that energy is finally released. So then you're kind of like on to the next thing.
Exactly. I think I don't want to say this is my favorite song I ever wrote, but I'm more excited about newer stuff that we're recording in June. That is not out yet, obviously, because it's not recorded. But otherwise, like I think that I was proud of Insecure City for a second, for like a minute.
It's so good. If you're listening, if you're listening to our show and you've not heard that song, like I highly urge you to go check it out. It's truly like one of my favorite songs of the year. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that's so sweet. You don't have to say that.
I'm serious. I play it all the time. It's on my personal playlist and all that. It's a good ass
thank
song.
you.
You would know if Eric was lying, because we would all be really uncomfortable.
Ooh.
He's bad at lying.
That's true.
So am
I.
It's
meant
fine.
by that at first. I was like, what? Yeah.
You're like, wait, huh? Sorry, like putting the mic. Is it too loud? Am I like screaming into this thing?
Is it too loud? No.
Is it too loud?
No, you're doing good. It's good. The levels are good.
Okay, perfect.
All right, we got one more of the voicemails, and then we got the written questions next.
Hi, Jules. I just want to say I'm a huge fan. Here's my question. Would you ever consider doing like a weekly request thing live somehow? I would love to like hear you do tons of different songs and make requests every week. And if you ever consider doing something like that. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Every single one of these, I think, ended in thanks, bye. Very polite voicemails.
Yeah. And they're all my family. So.
Oh, this is family too. Hey.
Yes.
That's good.
Oh my God. Yeah, maybe. Are people still even doing? I mean, we have the label that I helped start is doing a live stream again in May, like next week, actually, in May. It is May next week. But otherwise, like, are people doing like live stream things anymore.
Instagram. I still see a lot. I still see some people doing like the IG live thing.
Yeah.
A little.
But like
I tapered off.
one
but-
time every 3 months that I smoke weed, it's all I want to do. I just want to get on that Instagram live and play my songs for people, and then I deeply regret it.
Why?
So I'm like, it just feels weird. I think like because I do it from my bedroom, and then I'm always like, I don't even know these people. Why am I letting them in my bedroom?
I get that. I mean, honestly, like sometimes I have the desire to do it, and I would consider it, but it's also like I actually hate getting dressed up. Like I just like enjoy being comfortable. Maybe that's like the most honest, and like it doesn't matter, but I just always have like my hair up. I happened to like wash my hair before, so like it's down today for tonight. But otherwise, like I never feel like presentable enough to like be like, hey guys, like, listen to me sing. Like it's never, I don't know. But I consider it. Like sometimes I'll consider it. I will consider it.
All right, for the listener out there, we gotta definitely considering it.
Definitely considering it.
All
there
right.
we go. Yes.
I will check in with you about that in 3 months. And
Thank
we'll
you.
update our listeners. So someone wants to know, who is your guilty pleasure artist? Let's set aside. I know everyone wants to be like, oh, it's not guilty if you like it. Let's just set this aside. What act do you like listen to and you're kind of like, I know that this is fucking like whatever, but I like it.
Is this guilty? It's probably not guilty. I don't know. I guess I still listen to like some problematic artists.
Oh,
I guess that's what it is.
There's a new category for guilty artists.
Yeah.
Canceled artists.
Canceled artists. Yeah.
I sent Caitlin one of my all-time favorite memes now. It's like a newer one, but it's like that one with like Bugs Bunny holding the guns, like, Father, forgive me, but I'm listening to some very canceled bands right now.
Yeah, wait, that's literally Father, forgive me.
It's so good. I do sometimes. I can't lie. Sometimes something will come on. I'm like, I'm not hitting that skip button.
Honestly, I don't know. I still like get down with Led Zeppelin sometimes. I will say. And who else? And I do still listen. I don't know if he was canceled. I remember like when I was in college, like people were like, he's canceled or like he's whatever. But like I listen to Mac DeMarco sometimes.
Oh, I don't remember that happening, but if that's true, he's actually in the same room. Let's bring him in. And
I don't know what he did. I just remember someone say, I don't want to like spread, not like I think rumors start here, but I just remember like someone's like hearing something about him, and then I was like, oh, I won't listen to him, but like I still do. I guess he's the guilty pleasure. I don't know.
I got no opinion on him.
I really like his second album a lot, and the EP that he put out like right after, I forget what it's called, but like the like love songs he wrote like all to his girlfriend. I don't know if he's canceled or not, but I will say I know him and his like girlfriend. They've been together for like a long time, and I follow her on Instagram. And whenever she posts like a picture of them, like I'm like, that is like the sweetest fucking couple right there. So
it is really cute.
I hope he's still chill.
I'm sure I really don't know. Like I could be like pulling. I don't know. But from what I heard.
Do you listen to any like guilty pleasure stuff where it's like stuff where
not canceled?
Well, yeah, where your taste would be called into question maybe, but you're like, I don't fucking care. I'm jamming.
I definitely do, and I'm trying to think.
I know it's hard to sometimes like conjure those up. It's like that sensation you feel in the moment where you listen to it. Because I don't really give a fuck, but there is certain things where like, oh, come on. And I do get like a pang for a moment of like, ugh, like I know that my windows should be rolled up. I'm like, they're rolled down, baby.
Mine recently, whenever it starts to be summertime, I want to listen to Sex is on Fire or whatever that Leon song is. Oh,
you know what? When it came out, like I got roasted to fucking shit about, but I told everyone that would listen. I was like, it's a fucking catchy song. Like it got played to death, but
it got played to dirt.
When it came out, I was like, it's undeniable. It's fucking catchy as shit. There's a reason why all of a sudden those guys became like overnight sensations.
And that like someone like you.
That song I hate.
Whoa. Wait, is that Kings of Leon?
That's them too. Yeah, that was like that was like the both of those singles came out like pretty much the same time. So like all of a sudden they became huge from both of those singles.
I sometimes get them mixed up with Mumford and Sons.
Yeah, that.
Oh, interesting.
You could be forgiven for that, making that mistake.
Can I? I'm sorry. Sometimes, not all the time. I'm sure there's some songs that I'd be like, yeah, this is obviously this and obviously that. So don't throw me in the trash.
Canceled.
I'll leave this to you to decide who sent this question in. But someone wants to know, who is your favorite bass player?
Obviously, Rachel David.
Oh,
he's my favorite.
Who do you think might have sent that in?
But maybe I'm biased.
Canceled.
What if it was
canceled?
What if Flea had sent that question in? He's at home crying right now.
Oh, fucking Flea!
He like throws.
Who do
his
you think
bass.
is the most canceled artist
of all time right now?
Yeah.
What's his face? Marilyn Manson.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I almost said Harvey Weinstein as if he's
Harvey
an artist.
Weinstein.
He's not an artist though.
Hands up.
He's
not an artist. Fuck it. He's fucking.
His
fucking
electronic album is not coming out.
Ew. Can you imagine?
From prison.
From prison. He's like, I gotta restart my career.
Oh no, it's just like a bad like folk album, like in the style of Johnny Cash.
Yeah, exactly. Like trying to.
Horrible.
Someone wants to know, what is the spookiest encounter you have ever had?
Ooh.
Even that noise is a little spooky.
Ooh. I've had a few. I was actually talking about this. Okay, I have a lot, but this was like kind of weird. But it also could be like because I took my meds at a weird time.
Okay.
But like don't take your meds late, like your antidepressants late, because apparently I think that it affects you before you go to bed. No, there were like many times when I would take my antidepressants like mid-afternoon. And I don't know if they're correlated, but like I would wake up in the middle of the night, like at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. or whatever. And then I would just open my eyes and there would be, and this like would happen a lot. There would just be like another, like just like a floating like thing in front of me. It wasn't sleep paralysis. Like I was able to move and I'd just be like watching it, like feeling really weird about it. And there was just one time where like that happened and I saw like feet above me, and then next to it was like this woman, this like young girl in a gown who was actually like staring straight at me, like with like dead face and just like and it was just like floating like out of like through the window.
Sounds like
I kind of just sat there like it just like it was creepy. But I also was just like, nah, this is just my meds. Like I took my meds at the time. Like, but it like felt really real because the feet were just like, it was just like feet. And then there was just like another girl in a gown, just like floating and like looking like she wanted to kill me, like going through the window.
Honestly, that sounds like ex-girlfriends of mine just leaving my house, just like in a gown, dead face, pissed off, like, well, fuck you then for that evening.
Yeah, fuck you too, baby.
That is actually legitimately fucking frightening, though. And yeah,
I still don't know if it like actually I don't know if it was like related to my issues.
Well, I mean, I'm of the belief that if you experienced it, it's true in a sense, because an experience isn't false unless you just like made it up.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
You ever just stop talking in the middle of a sentence?
All the time.
Yeah, just banning it like, well, I'm gonna get the fuck away from this sentence.
Just bail.
Yeah. Someone just laughing like in the background?
I was wheezing. It kind of has like a double laugh sound to it.
I heard someone just like laughing like in the distance.
Maybe it's Murph.
Oh my god.
We're all scared now.
Maybe it was just you. I guess like when you're really close to your mic, like it sounds like it's you, and then like you're like a little bit further away and it sounds like the distance. Okay. It's resolved. It's been resolved.
You're checking his shelves for anyone that might have been laughing.
I was actually, because you can see through them.
You're like, wait.
I ask this every so once in a while, but I'm curious now. Julez, were there any like noteworthy, notable haunts or like folklore places that you would go to, or like your high school would talk about, and like the kids would go and explore it, or any shit like that in your neighborhood?
There was a place. I mean, I never really like explored it, but I think there was a place like in my hometown called Dead Man's Hill,
Well,
and it was
the
like,
name.
yeah, I mean, like there you go. That was supposed to be haunted, but I never really like experienced it. But there was like the campus, like my college campus, was apparently very haunted, and I think that, and that I had another, like I saw another one of those like apparition things at my. This is actually weird. Like I saw that like when I first moved to this new apartment my junior year of college, I had woken up and like dreamt that I saw a ghost. And then I opened my eyes and I saw like this Victorian woman for like a second, just like smile at me, like right above me. And then
Oh my
just
God.
disappear.
Whoa.
I was like, that was weird. That was the first time it actually ever happened to me. So that's when I was like, I just saw a ghost. And then I heard like a bunch of stories. Like I didn't know this, but there's apparently like, or there is a cemetery, like a really old cemetery in the middle of the campus at the college I went to from, I forgot what it was, but there is a cemetery, and apparently people have seen this Victorian woman like in a black dress kind of walking around campus. And like one time, like, so I don't know like if it's true, but it was weird when they told me that, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah. And people used to do like ghost and like investigations at the cemetery because it was very haunted. And there are a lot of ghost stories that people have from the college that I went to, but that's the only one that I really have. But it did freak me out.
What college was it? I just out of curiosity.
SUNY Purchase College of New York.
SUNY Purchase College of New York. Haunted.
Yeah.
Dead Man Hill.
Haunted.
Not so
Dead Man
haunted.
Hill from my hometown. Yes.
Oh, the mic is
I'm
the
so
listener at
spooked.
home. The microphone's now attacking our guest.
Yeah, that's such a classic ghost experience. I feel like the like people sitting at the end of your bed or like being in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a ghost like that. I've seen like energy, like kind of like light bodies and stuff, and I've had the experiences with like electricity and messages and like weird stuff or dreams, whatever, but like I've never seen a ghost like that. And part of me is always like jealous when I'm like, I want to see something like that, or like I want to see like a UFO, or like
I want to see a UFO.
but
Yeah,
also
I would
like
love
I
that.
was like full on abducted when I was 4, so it's like just
Yeah, save some of that for the rest of us.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I also know sometimes when it's like in the middle of the night and I wake up like from a nightmare or something, I'm like, if I saw a ghost right now, I would be so mad. I would be like so upset.
Yeah, that would. Well, it depends. I guess.
Terrifying.
Like a Casper or something like that. Devon Sawa.
No, if it was
that's
some
cool.
deadpan gown lady, I would not be cool with that.
Well, no, fuck no.
Would anyone?
No,
I
that's why
think-
you gotta burn your sage before bed.
I think the hierarchy of like fucked up, it's like dead British children, number one, like most fucked up, don't want to see some kid coming up to me like, will you play? I'm so cold, sir. Number one, right below that
Absolutely
Victorian woman, you know.
Yeah, it's always the Victorian woman in black or white, like in a gown. So they're always in a gown.
100 years from now, it's gonna be people like us, like
I know, like
you're gonna be
you know,
people are gonna be
old ladies.
haunted by like LA influencers. They're like texting on ghost phones and shit like that.
Yeah, literally. I think I literally just saw a meme about that too.
No
like
kidding.
a TikTok.
Should have known. Someone wanted to know. Someone said that you have the coolest clothes. And they want to know where you shop.
Oh, that's such a lie. Who said that? Who said it?
I'm not fibbing here. It was actually
Okay,
said.
well, it depends on what they're seeing because honestly, Rachel lends me a lot of her clothes. She has the coolest wardrobe. But I just thrift.
Mhm.
And like sometimes I go to Ross.
Ross is always you're always
Ross
gonna
has
have to get
great
something
stuff,
though. Yeah.
Ross is
Yeah.
basically a thrift store.
It is basically
yeah.
a thrift store, yeah. So I thrift.
Do you
But
have
it's
like
not
any,
used clothes, it's like just store clothes, right?
Yeah. It's like a non-used, like discarded store clothes.
discarded
Discarded
clothes ghosts?
clothes.
What if you're not haunted by like stuff
Socks.
like
Socks
t-shirts
just like
and
snakes.
I guess you like, isn't that like kind of like the thing where they, like a person, like something could like, go inside of an item?
Yeah, like a haunted item.
Yeah, a haunted item.
But what if it was straight up just like everywhere you went, you just saw like this one like
Floating shirts.
yeah, like folded t-shirt somewhere.
Yeah.
And like no one believed you because no one else ever like saw it in the same place. But you're like, I swear to God, everywhere I go. And it's like a "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" shirt or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like,
Those things that somehow like have stood the test of time for whatever god awful reason.
you
Yeah,
like
who
go
started
home and
that?
open your closet. I think Urban Outfitters did. You like go home and open your closet. It's just like hanging in there. That would be scary.
That would be scary. Yeah.
That would be like actually terrifying.
Or like latch, it tries to like it lunges at you and tries to like wiggle its way onto your torso.
You're like, oh.
Oh shit. Someone wants to know, what song do you love by another artist that you wish you had written?
Ooh. That I wish I had written. Oh my God, these are hard questions, or maybe I just like have just so many answers. Damn. One song.
Yeah, to rule
Pick
them all.
more.
You can, yeah, you can pick more.
Sorry, I just made it harder.
You can pick 5. Putting that Zoom countdown back up.
Oh my God. I mean, I think that Crazy on You by Heart is really
Oh, so good.
I wish I
that
had
is a
written
classic.
that.
That is a fucking good ass song.
Yeah. That, or I'm just like picking random songs that like first come to my mind. I think
Ooh.
Avant Gardner from Courtney Barnett's cool.
Yeah, that is a
I
good
think
one.
that's like
Oh, yeah. I could totally see it.
original-ish.
Yeah.
Like something I wish I had written. Honestly, like a lot of like Susie Quattro songs, because she's an inspiration.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, she bomb fucking person right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many. I can't even think of just like one singular song, but I'm trying to pick like the singles, I guess.
Caitlin, does anyone come to your mind?
You know what's funny?
song?
The
Sorry.
first thing that came to mind, and it was that "Come Come My Lady" Crazy Town
Crazy
song.
Town, yeah.
Come my lady,
Butterfly.
come my lady.
Yes.
It's like, where did that come from? I guess I wish I had written that song.
You'd have like a lot of pools and hot tubs if you wrote that song, I imagine.
Why?
I'm assuming that they must have gotten pretty damn rich.
Like a
off
lot
that
of
line.
royalties.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess
not.
maybe a song. I think maybe a song that had got a lot of royalties.
That is
Whatever that might be.
that's the only real answer is like
Yeah, to be
whatever song
honest.
plays the most, like "Dreams" by Fleetwood Mac. basically.
Literally.
Yeah, no shit.
Also, just
Consistently
creatively.
rolling in.
Or like The Chain.
Yeah.
Or something that's like
Yes.
always in movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Suddenly I see.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then what's that fucking Rolling Stone song that's always in everything? Give Me Shelter. That one that's just
Oh my God. I
every
know.
fucking movie and trailer. It's,
Every movie.
it's always like, that's like in the trailer, like when all of a sudden like things are like, what are we going to do? I have an idea. Ooh. Give Me Shelter starts playing. It's like, oh, these guys are kind of like up to something weird.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, literally. Or fucking like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Hmm.
Probably. Or maybe not. Maybe more. Maybe more. I'm
Are
thinking.
we talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood at this point? We're just like,
I don't know what we're
talking.
talking. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm just like naming like movies that I think that these songs with like actors would be together in.
I will say for me, man, like 2 artists that come to my mind, not necessarily like songs, but just artists where I'm like, fuck, like I wish that like I had just thought of that sooner because it's such a brilliant idea. But the first one is Sheer Mag. I fucking love Sheer Mag, and all they did is like, basically they're just doing like their own take on stuff like Thin Lizzy or something like that, and like mixing it with like dirty fucking punk and shit like that, and it's just so simple, and it's so fucking good, and so like the melodic guitar shit the guy does and all that, like, and her fucking wailing, like, it's just like so simple, but it's fucking brilliant and so good. And like, I love all their songs. I'm like, god damn, like it was right there, and no one was really like picking up at it. That like, oh, like we should just be doing Thin Lizzy now and just like lo-fi and super fucking dirty sounding. And it was like, it's perfect, and they do it excellent. So no one else should really do it. And then the other one is the fucking homie Tony Molina, who he does basically like his own also kind of interpretation of like, I guess you'd say Thin Lizzy too. It's like also a lot of like Big Star and like early Weezer and like shit like that. And his songs are only like 1 or 2 minutes long, and that's it. And that's like perfect. And he like has full albums, and it's just like 1 or 2 minute songs. I'm like, that was it. Like everyone else should have been doing that, because we don't need like these like fucking 6-minute songs that are like, you know, you can get done into 2 minutes.
In this economy, especially.
Go stream Cowboy by Caitlin D featuring Shamir, a 6-minute and 30-second song. I'm just kidding.
But see,
okay, but that's the exception.
That deserves, see, there's stuff like that where like, I love like a good 10-minute long fucking Pink Floyd song. I love that Cowboy is
or
fucking
a
9-minute
Celine Dion song where she basically finishes the song and then just starts over.
I love that.
That's another vibe.
I don't like when like a pop punk song or like a punk song goes on for like fucking,
you
like
know what's
4 or
a
5
good
minutes.
one though, which actually I was thinking this for a song I wish I would have written, or at least like a song I wish I could play on, or I think would be fun to play, would be the Slint Breadcrumb Trail song. I think that's a much longer song. I think that one's like, it's such a dark vibe, and it's like, from the documentary I watched anyway, I guess they recorded it like, they like never played live with the vocals at first. And then the guy added the vocals later, and he was like recording them like in his car, like into it, whatever. Nice. And it's just like, it's crazy because it's like, so it sounds so cathartic, and like it just seems like so doomy, but also like really pretty melody too. I don't know, but I think that's a longer song.
Yeah, and that's a fucking band. Like, take all the time you need on those songs, because I fucking love those songs. And there's some bands where it works, you know.
There are exceptions, and so and Cowboys definitely exceptions.
I agree.
It has to be a vibe.
Yeah, I agree. I actually was stoked when I heard it and I saw it was so long. I already knew. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I was digging it. That was a song that definitely called for it.
Because sometimes songs are too short too.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I think it's case by case scenario. But I
got plenty of songs too that clocked under 2 minutes.
I just like when I see like a punk band or something like that, and it's just like boom, like they're knocking it out like in 2 minutes, and then like just on to the next one. Like I get a little rush on that.
Yeah.
Okay. We are at the hour mark, which means it's time to jump into a game, or quiz rather. Are you ready for this, Julez? We always do our personality quizzes, as you probably are aware. So, Julez, because you are what I had assumed before the beginning of the show was a longtime roller skater.
we could keep that narrative going.
I found I had to dig deep. This is actually, I went off book. I had to go off a different website here. Yeah.
Wow, we're going off book?
We're going off book for this one. This is actually a very interesting sort of personality quiz. It's it's a question, and the question is, should Tracy buy roller skates? And you, Julez, through your answers, will determine whether or not this person is a roller skater. And in fact, it will also determine if you are truly a roller skater at heart. And here
which I'm probably not.
Yeah.
Just to like, wow. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm very stoked.
Who the hell is Tracy?
Well, that's also...
who's Tracy?
What's going on?
Well, Tracy is also who created the quiz, so it's all a mystery. The website is...
but where was this found?
uquiz.com.
Oh, wow.
So you're literally like, Tracy.
Hey, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. All right.
Actually, it has a little introduction too. Tracy, a.k.a. the quiz maker, went to a roller skate party once during their freshman year of high school and was covered in bruises at the end, but thinks all the girls on TikTok roller skating are really cool. What I need to show more. What should they do? And I'm gonna enter Julez' name here. Actually, ask for you to enter your name. Okay. The people roller skating on TikTok look really cool. Would Tracy also look cool? Here are your options. No. Tracy is poorly coordinated and would fall down. Tracy would look much cooler with rollerblades. They would be faster and easier to balance on. It depends on how Tracy was skating. I can't predict the future. Or, hell yeah, Tracy, that would be so fucking dope. Apologize for the language on that one. That was Tracy writing that language, not me.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with the last one.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But I do hell yeah. Because also the rollerblades, that's a trap.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that. That was a little bit of a
It's two different worlds, two different communities of skaters.
A world divided.
World divided.
Oh, how I know. Tracy doesn't own a single piece of safety gear, like not even a helmet or anything.
Like not even a helmet.
That's exactly how it's written. Thank you, Tracy.
Wow.
Here are your options to that. It's not written as a question, but here are your options to what I just said. Buying some safety gear is really easy. Don't let anything stop you. Buy the gear if you want it. Why is this a question? Which is weird that Tracy wrote that because it isn't even a question.
Because it is literally a question.
Sounds like Tracy took her meds too late in the day.
Yeah, right?
You can also use the gear for some sick rollerblading, which will be much safer. Watch out. Or Tracy
got it already. We're learning.
Tracy isn't going to research the safety gear, and they're going to really hurt themselves. Just learn scooter tricks instead.
Scooter tricks. When did that become an option?
Who does
You said that like all of a sudden you were like very like prim and proper. Like, scooter tricks. When did that become an option?
Scooter tricks.
I'm aghast.
Honestly, I don't even remember the question.
So you should buy safety gear. It's really easy. Someone kind of just more like, I don't know, buy it if you want. And then one was rollerblading and one was scooter.
Okay. I'm going to go with A.
Okay. Hey, you heard it here.
Buy the
folks.
gear, baby.
Be safe. Julez and the Safers.
Julez and the safe. Be
Wait,
safe.
I'm starting to feel like
savers.
this is I'm Tracy. Did I like sleepwalk and create this quiz? Because this is like a lot of my thought process.
Maybe we're all Tracy.
We're all Tracy.
We all have a little Tracy in us.
This person, Tracy, was still willing to give us the classic question, which is, what is your favorite color? Your options are purple, orange, sunshine, or black. Caitlin, I could see your face like,
What? Sunshine. I like that.
I think sunshine. But I feel like orange and sunshine are like a similar color to me.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, sunshine has like some of those pops of yellow though. Like, hey, I'm the sun. Like your background right now, your kitchen actually has like a real sunshiny vibe.
Yeah,
like a golden quality.
Yeah,
I was hoping that she was gonna list orange because my kitchen's very orange because it has literally nothing on the wall.
Well, then, shall we choose orange?
Okay, maybe we'll. Okay.
Oh,
Is that what we were?
It was one of the options?
Yeah, purple, orange, sunshine,
or sunshine, or black.
Those are all the colors, really. I think, if we really break it down, everything is just either purple, orange, sunshine, or black.
The primaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Julez, what are we going with?
Okay, let's go with sunshine.
Oh, we're gonna stay with.
I think we're gonna go with sunshine.
You know what? I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to sway you, but they actually wrote something after the colors. Well, actually, they didn't for purple, which is really weird. They just wrote purple, but then they wrote orange, the color of rollerblades, black, the color of not buying roller skates, but you chose sunshine, which is the color of roller skates. So you are already, damn, Julez, you fucking doing this shit.
I would do
true skater.
I would do anything to just like see be a fly on the wall when these people are creating these quizzes. Like, what mental state are you in? You're like,
really fucked up.
the color of roller skates is sunshine.
What if
Yeah, that's
Tracy's
some-
watching right now and you're just like,
shit.
Tracy fucked up. Tracy's some fucked up person. Tracy's just like,
Ugh, I want to meet
wounded.
Tracy so bad.
if you were watching Tracy roller skate, how would you feel? You as Julez, I guess. I'd probably think it was cool, but I see a lot of stuff, so I wouldn't be shocked or anything. I would be in
I've seen some shit.
That one.
I would
I've
be
seen
in
a lot of shit.
Yeah, I've been pulled over for a music video. I've seen it.
Ugh.
I would be in awe of how cool Tracy is. I would be absolutely disgusted and full of anger. Or
Like those.
I'd be revolted.
That was the Beverly Hills lady. She was
Yeah.
like, I'm revolted by these children shooting a music video. Not that
And
you
the-
were children,
Revolted.
but
and
in
the-
my head.
the cop would be like totally like the person's like,
To
oh, you
her.
guys are on your rollerblades, like miscalling them, misskating them.
And I'm like, listen,
That's when you like speak up. You're like,
that's what I'm ready to fight.
Rachel's holding you back. You're like, no.
Yeah, literally. No.
And the last one, I would wish that they were rollerblades. So there's your throwaway.
Tracy's a trickster,
Yeah.
I think.
So we
She's
got
really-
what was that?
Nothing.
Good old Zoom like. So we got you seen some shit, you'd be like in awe and like, oh my gosh, I love you, Tracy, or you'd be disgusted and full of anger.
I think I'm supposed to say that I'd be in awe, which I would be. I
Would
think it takes I think anyone roller skating is cool.
Don't game the quiz. Come from the real place. Is that how?
Eric, don't game the guest.
This is how we dig to the personality. All right, so we're going with awe and cool.
Yeah, because I'm not that much better, so it's not like I can say.
Fair enough.
That-
That's true. That's
You're like-
I would be too, to be honest. Now that I think about it, I am in awe of. I was in awe of your music video of you and your pictures of you just skating around. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. So there you go.
I'm in awe just thinking about it.
Yeah,
Wow, guys.
I'm in awe just waking up.
I'm
I did
Every
it
day.
again.
now just drinking water at the right time every day.
Wow, I really made the choice to actually survive one more of these days. Here we go. All right, now would I
It is a
have
choice.
would I have good places to practice? I guess it's asking as Tracy. It's getting a little confusing. Would I have good places to practice? And you were saying yes. You could learn in your garage or driveway, or on the street or sidewalk, or in an empty parking lot. No, the outside world is dangerous.
That.
Yeah,
I
no
think
shit.
that. We could go with that one.
I
No, we
mean-
could go with A. No, you can keep going. Sorry.
We gotta go more. We gotta honor Tracy's thoughts here. I mean, you know your area. Figure it out yourself, Tracy. Damn, harsh to
Ooh.
Tracy. Or again, Tracy's getting a little ridiculous with this. You learn much faster on rollerblades. Tracy, you gotta, yeah, Tracy, you gotta like mix. You can't. Not every question. You gotta like sneak in just a couple.
I don't know who she thinks I am,
Oh shit. I don't,
but
I don't
I'm
know.
not. We're not about rollerblades over here. Sorry about it. I'm gonna go with the world is a dangerous place. If we're
Yeah.
talking like strictly personality, because that is strictly my personality.
Shit. Billy Corgan says the world is a vampire.
Yeah. So
All right. Which pair of roller skates should Tracy buy? Unfortunately, this is actually like an image-based one, so I'm going to just like name them to you guys. We got
describe.
yeah. We have like
Okay.
primary, like there's cool like cute colored skates on one, like coral, purple, black, white, blah blah blah. There's one that's like this translucent rainbow roller skate.
Ooh.
Tracy, of course, could not help themselves and put a picture of rollerblades up. And then they also put up a picture of a scooter. So your options are either like the cool color ones or one that's like a mesh of like all the colors. It's kind of like this like translucent, like rainbowy sort of shiny one.
I'm gonna go with the rainbow shiny one.
Yeah, it's actually sick.
but definitely not the scooter and definitely not the rollerblades.
Fuck no, absolutely not. Show would be over if you picked
Yeah,
those.
fuck no.
All right, final question. What's your favorite snack? I like chips. Anything as long as it's arranged on plate, single file like rollerblade wheels. All right, that one, that one's actually kind of funny. Tracy, I fucking see it. That was good.
Tracy.
Tracy. The taste of Tracy's skating failure.
Wow.
Or the taste of success and pride as I watch Tracy skate like a pro.
Ooh. A.
Chips.
Hell
yeah. Same here, to be honest.
No, what was B again?
Single file.
Yeah, that was the
rollerblades.
Oh no, yeah. I thought, what was C then?
Rollerblades. Tracy's failures.
Oh, that was Tracy's failures. Okay, we're gonna go with the chips, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going with the chips, folks.
The only real snack.
The only real snack. The only thing that could actually digest.
Well, technically, the rollerblade one it was a snack, but it's just arranged like a rollerblade wheel. All right,
Yeah.
We're gonna give you these. We're gonna put these into the system.
Boop, boop.
All right. I don't even remember what this quiz was called.
It was just Tracy.
Yeah, well,
messing around.
The result is Tracy should buy roller skates. Tracy,
wonderful.
And then below it says Tracy is 20 and can probably learn how to do it. Go for it, champ. So
great. I'm
Go for
glad
it,
Tracy talked herself into this finally.
Yeah, glad we could help. I'm so thrilled.
we learned a lot about you this evening, Julez. We learned about your absolute disgust of rollerblades.
Rollerblades, yeah.
We learned that you just throw caution in the wind and cancel Mac DeMarco without any receipts.
Nobody listened to me.
And we learned that your yellow kitchen is in fact orange. It's a night.
It's sunshine.
It's
sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely. This was incredible, Julez. I'm going to call this a successful episode. We learned so much. We had so much fun. I'm calling it. Murph, write it down. He's writing it down.
I'd hope for nothing less and nothing more.
Before we get going for this evening, do you have anything you'd like to plug, including your radio show? Please, I can't remember what it's called, but I love it. It's my favorite radio show.
Oh,
I know.
What's your favorite?
For some reason I cannot fucking pull the name up without pulling my phone, so I apologize. So tell people.
Yeah. Rock'n'Roll Love Letter.
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Rock'n'Roll Love Letter on KFIS.FM. Saturday evenings, 6 to 7 Pacific Standard Time.
It's so much fun. I highly recommend tuning in, especially if you're, for whatever reason, still quarantining. It really, it was super fun to tune into it. I like a couple Saturday nights where I was just feeling really isolated and kind of bummed out, and I put it on and just had it on in the background while I was doing stuff, and it was I feel like I'm having fun. What is this? What's going on? Am I dancing? I'm dancing. And so, it was great.
You picked really great shit.
Aw, guys.
That video game episode was really cool too. You were playing a couple stuff and I remember you came back from your break and you were playing the Sonic the Hedgehog, the menu music, and it was, I think your partner was there in the studio with you that night or something like that, and you were talking about it. But I was just hearing that, even the little doo doo doo. I was like, this is the fucking vibe.
I haven't listened to that episode. Are they archived?
They're archived. Mixcloud. Those are the early ones. I had a completely different setup then. I actually took requests. Maybe I should do that again. I kind of gave up on that because I was no one cares.
Hey, I get that, man. It's hard with the request, or they request something. They're I just played that last week, but all right.
Yeah, literally.
That doesn't stop us from recording this podcast every single Wednesday,
9 p.m. YouTube live.
Yeah, what day is it?
And then music. You got a plethora of music for people to also check out.
Oh my God. Yes. Check out the music.
Gloria
Jules and the
Estefan told us to
Rollers.
check out the music, right?
Check out the music. Jules and the Rollers with a Z, and the Everythings with an S. That is my bassist's project that I play guitar in. We do like a little like co-op music situation going on. We're like the same band, but not the same band. So check
the switcheroo.
So check them out.
And then a spring fling.
Yes, and the spring fling. Get your tickets now. They're donation based, and we are doing the spring fling with lots of fun artists and Women That Rock, which is a really cool artist platform on Instagram, and of course the label that I am a part of, Party Mermaid Records. We are doing a spring fling. There's a lot of great artists. Get your tickets. It's gonna be fun. That's all I gotta say about that. It's gonna be fun. There's a lot of great artists. I have to emphasize that, and a cool like mixology segment too.
Oh, nice.
We all have our own like little drinks made. It's actually
it's
really,
cute.
really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Rachel's actually like just texting me everything free to plug. She's just like, oh yeah, also tell her about like the book and the upcoming tour. Like every single thing. You're like, oh yeah, and I guess that.
Yeah, that too.
Well, I'm super excited. I love your guys' music. I love both you and Rachel. Your vibe is so fun. And like I met you guys outside of Ham and Eggs, and literally we've only hung out that night, and everything else has just been like digital interaction. So I can't wait for like summer to get going for us to have like a real fucking party.
Hell yeah. And your birthday's on Friday.
That's fucking
My
right.
birthday's on Friday.
I'll
Not
be there.
everyone who listens is invited. So
Wink, wink.
I'm totally kidding. If you know where I live, I guess drop by on Friday. The cat's out of the bag. This will be out actually after that, so fuck it. My
start listening to your address. It's always on the YouTube, Kaylin. Don't forget.
I'm known as the one that doesn't think about things, so I'm so sorry.
It's totally fine. I actually, it's fine. Now I'm just like, I just didn't want to do the whole like, you guys, mostly everyone's vaccinated and everyone's gonna be outside. I have a big backyard. I'm like, it's totally safe. It's gonna be totally safe.
It's gonna be safe.
I'm licking doorknobs at this point around town. I don't give a fuck.
I know.
I also, real quickly, I do want to plug for anyone that is watching on YouTube right now or watching before next week. We have Lauren and Ashley of Keep It Weird coming on the show. And every single time they come on, something weird always happens with like our technology or the lights or electricity. So
it's usually from the ghost of my dead cat, Dinah.
But yeah, and so next week, let's see what fucking kooky, spooky, ooky stuff might appear. But otherwise, again, Julez, thank you so much for being on the show. This was absolute blast.
You.
We will definitely get you back on here one way or another. And Caitlin, as always, thank you for being the co-host with the Mo host. Cruel Summer Tuesdays or maybe Wednesdays. We don't know. I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Good night.
Good night.